Welcome to the YouTube channel, Mr. Rafa Online Tuitions. Please don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Rafa Online Tuitions, and click on the notification button so that when we update the video of this kind, you'll be able to watch. So pay attention as we crack down the codes of Mathematics Paper 1 2024 GCE. Question 1. Evaluate, open bracket, 8 over 27, close bracket, to the power 2 over 3. So this is what we call fractional index. So the index, it is the power. So this is what we call fractional index. Suppose we have A over B to the power N over M. So this is what we call a base, a fractional base. And this is what we call the power, and M, it is called the root. So what does this statement mean? So this statement means that you create the mth root. So the root is M, everything to the power N, and the base is A over B. So this is what we are going to do in this case. So we have a fractional index. So a fractional index or the fractional power. So 2, it is the power. 3, it is the root. So we are going to create the cube root. So the cube root, so the root is 3. The power is 2. Then the base is 8 over 27. So what does this imply? This implies that we are going to find a number that we can multiply 3 times, gives us 8. At the same time, a number that we can multiply 3 times gives us 27. So this implies that the cube root of 8 divided by the cube root of 27, everything to the power 2. So a number that we can multiply 3 times gives us 8. It is a 2. Okay? Remember that 2 times 2, it is 4. 4 times 2, it is 8. 1, 2, 3. So this is 2 to the power 3, which is 8. Okay? Divided by a number that we can multiply 3 times and gives us 27. So that number, it is 3. So 3 times 3, it is 9. 9 times 3, it is 27. So it will be 3 to the power 3. So 3 to the power 3, which is 27. So we have 3. Everything to the power 2. So in this case, 2 over 3 to the power 2, it means 2 over 3 times 2 over 3. So the final answer is 4 over 9. So 4 over 9. Number 2, simplify 4 times open bracket x minus 2 close bracket plus 3 times open bracket 2x minus 3 close bracket. So the first thing that we are going to do here, we are going to expand. So how do we expand? So we make sure that we multiply the outside quantity with the inside quantities. So here the outside quantity, it is 4. So we say 4 times x, 4 times 2, positive 3 times 2, positive 3 times negative 3. So in this case, we say 4 times x, that is 4x. 4 times negative 2, that is negative 8. Positive 3 times 2x, that is positive 6x. Positive 3 times negative 3, that is negative 9. So from there, we are going to correct the like terms. So remember that the like terms, those are the terms with same letters and same powers. So in this case, you have 4x and 6x, they've got same letter and the same power. So these are like terms. So it is 4x plus 6x. In this case, 6, positive 6x, it will not change its sign because it is not crossing any equal sign. Minus 8 minus 9. So 4x plus 6x, that is 10x. So negative, negative, you even add the negative sign to the answer. So negative 8 minus 9, that is negative 17. So the answer is 10x minus 17. Number 3, solve the equation. Open bracket, 3x minus 5, close bracket, open bracket, x plus 2, close bracket is equal to 0. So this is quadratic equation. So in this case, we are going to use what we call zero product rule. We are going to use zero product rule. So this is the rule that we are going to use, zero product rule. So why are we using the zero product rule? So why are we using the zero product rule? Because it is equal to 0. So what does the zero product rule mean? What does the zero product rule imply? So the zero product rule implies that A times B is equal to 0. This implies that it is A which is equal to 0, or it is B which is equal to 0. So if you have a product which is a 0, so remember that either A or B is a 0. Any number or letter times 0, it is a 0. So between the two, there is one which is a 0. So that is the reason why we have said that A is equal to 0 or B is equal to 0. So this is the same method that we are going to use here. So here in simpler terms, it is 3x minus 5 times x plus 2 is equal to 0. So 3x minus 5 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 is equal to 0. So simple mathematics. So from there, we collect the like terms. So this is negative 5. When it crosses the equal sign, it goes to where 0 is. It is going to be positive 5. So 3x equals 5. So from here, I'll divide throughout with positive 3, positive 3, positive 3, positive 3 goes. X is equal to 5 over 3. Or this is positive 2. When it crosses the equal sign, it goes to where 0 is. It will be negative 2. So it will be x equals negative 2. So these are our two values for x. So x is equal to 5 over 3 or negative 2. Number 4, factorize completely 7x to the power 2 minus 7. So the first thing that we are going to do, we are going to check out for the common factor. So in this case, 7 is a common factor. So 7 comes out. So 7 into 7x squared, that is x squared. 7 into negative 7, that is negative 1. So from there, this is a difference of two square method type of factorization. So remember that 1, it is a perfect square number. So we are going to find the square root of 1. So the square root of 1 is 1. So you say 1 squared. So from there now you introduce difference of two square method. From there now you introduce difference of two square method. So remember the formula for the difference of two square method, a to the power 2 minus b to the power 2. So you create two pairs of brackets, so plus minus. So remember that these two, they are interchangeable. You can start with a plus here, with a minus here. There is no need to argue there. So a to the power 2 minus b to the power 2, it means a minus b, a plus b. So this is what we call difference of two square method. So this is the same method that we are going to use in this case. So it is 7. So there we introduce two pairs of brackets, plus minus. So there we have x plus 1, x minus c, 1. So that is the final answer. So use set notation to describe the shaded region in the Venn diagram below. So use set notation to describe the shaded region. So the shaded region in this case, these are elements that are in B and C, but they are not in A. That is the shaded region. So the elements which are not in A, so that simply means that A, it is going to have the what? The complement. Okay. So there I will say A complement. So we are describing the shaded region. So it is A complement intersection. So the shaded region, these are elements that are in B and C. So there we introduce the union. If you want, you can say B union C intersection A complement. It is just the same. So that is the answer. So A complement intersection B union C. Number 6, a businessman got 800 shares worth 7,200 kwacha. What was the cost of each share? What is the cost of each share? So in this case, we'll say cost per share is equal to 7,200 divided by the number of shares. So cost per share is equal to the total cost for all the shares divided by 800. So there you don't need to use a calculator, but this is simple. You can cancel out these two zeros. Then 8 into 8, it's 1. 8 into 72, it's 9. So remember that it is in kwacha. So it is 9 kwacha. So per share, it is 9 kwacha. Number 7, the sequence 20, 17, 14, dash, 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 so on and so forth, is an arithmetic progression. Find the A, 9th term, B, sum of the first 10 terms. So the general formula for the arithmetic progression, it is nth term is equal to A plus n minus 1 D. So where A, it is the first term. Where n, it is the position. Where D, it is the common difference. So common difference or term to term sequence number. So in this case, we have the first term, second term, and the third term. So find the ninth term. So the ninth term is equal to first term, it is 20 plus ninth term. So where there is n, we put 9 minus 1 times d. So d, it's a common difference. So how do we find the common difference? So common difference is equal to second term minus first term, or third term minus second term. So don't make a mistake there by saying first term minus second term. So the second term is 17, the first term it is 20. So d is equal to 17 minus 20, that is negative 3. So there you say times negative 3. So ninth term is equal to 20 plus 9 minus 1, that is 8, times negative 3. So ninth term is equal to 20, 8 times negative 3, that is negative 24. So ninth term is equal to 20 minus 24, that is negative 4. That is the ninth term. Part B. So find the sum of the first 10 terms. So the formula is sum of any terms is equal to n over 2 square brackets. So 2n plus n minus 1 d. So that is the formula where a it's a first term, n it's a position, d it's a common difference. So sum of the first 10 terms. So n is equal to 10 divided by 2. 2 times first term, that is 20, plus n is 10 minus 1 times d is negative 3. So sum of 10 terms is equal to 2 into 10, that is 5. 2 times 20, that is 40. 10 minus 1, that is 9. 9 times negative 3, we are going to have negative 27. So 10 minus 1, that is 9. 9 times negative 3, that is negative 27. So sum of 10 terms is equal to 5. So 40 minus 27, that is 13. So sum of 10 terms is equal to 5 times 13, that is 65. So ninth term is equal to negative 4. Sum of 10 terms is equal to 65. 8a, a fair die is rolled once. Find the probability of a 4 showing up. Find the probability of a 4 showing up. So the probability of a 4 showing up is equal to number of successive outcome divided by total number of possible outcome. That is the formula. So probability of a 4 showing up is equal to number of successive outcome divided by total number of possible outcome. So remember that a die, it has 6 faces. So out of those 6 faces, 4 is only 1. Remember that a die, it has 6 faces. Face 1, it has 1. Phase 2, it has 2. Phase 3, it has 3. Phase 4, it has 4. Phase 5, it has 5. Phase 6, it has 6. So on the die, the probability of a 4 showing up is 1 over the number of faces, which is 6. So probability of a 4 showing up is equal to, there is only 1 4 on a die. So 1 over a die, it has 6 faces. So that is the probability. So the probability of a 4 showing up is 1 over 6. Diagram below, ABC is a straight line. ABC is a straight line. AD is 5. DB is 13. And angle BAD is 90 degrees. So find the value of tan DBC. DBC. So this is the exterior angle. So this is the exterior angle. So for us to find the tan of the exterior angle, the first thing that we need to do, we need to find the tan of the interior angle. So when we find the tan of the interior angle, it is very easy for us to find the tan of the exterior angle. Remember that a straight line adds up to 180 degrees. So in this case, we are going to find tan theta, which is the interior angle. So tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. So theta, the opposite side of theta, that is opposite. So the opposite of theta is 5. Then this is the hypotenuse. So correlation 90 degrees ni kwa hypotenuse. So this side, it is the adjacent. So in this case, we don't have the adjacent. So tatwalekere fya popene just because tatukwete adjacent. So we've been given an alternative. This is a right angle triangle. So for a right angle triangle, we can use Pythagoras theorem to calculate the remaining side. So we are going to use Pythagoras theorem. So we want one of the adjacent. So we're going to subtract. So where we are going to say AB squared is equal to hypotenuse is 13. So it will be 13 squared minus one of the adjacents is 5. So it is going to be 5 squared. So AB squared is equal to 13 squared is 169. So 5 squared, it is 25. So AB squared is equal to 169 minus 25 is 144. So you introduce the square root. So this guy and this guy goes, we remain with AB is equal to the square root of 144, it is 12. So AB is 12 centimeters. So that simply means that our adjacent is 12 centimeters. So adjacent is 12 centimeters. So this is the interior tan, but our interest, it is simply the exterior tan. So there I will say tan DBC is equal to, you just have to add a negative. So there the answer is negative 5 over 12. Over 12. Given that the universal set E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Set P, it is 2, 4, 6, 8. And set Q, it is 2, 3, 5, 7. List P complement intersection E, Q. The first thing we are going to check out the elements which are in either set P or Q. So here set P and set Q. So we have 2. So 2 is there. What else? Nothing more. Then if for set Q, we remain 3, 5, 7. For set P, we remain with 4, 6, 8. So from there, universal set, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We remain with 1 and 9. So 1 and 9, these are elements which are not in set P and set Q, but are in the universal set. But our interest is P complement intersection Q. The elements which are not in P, but they are in Q, it is 3, 5, 7. So 3, 5, 7. So that is P complement intersection Q. So the diagram below shows trapezium S and trapezium T. So we have trapezium S and trapezium T. So describe fully a single transformation which maps trapezium S onto trapezium T. So remember that under transformation, there is what we call isometric transformation. So isometric transformation, this is the type of transformation when it takes place, the shape does not change, the area does not change, everything remains the same. The only thing that changes, it is just a position. So there are three types of isometric transformation, namely rotation, refraction, and translation. So this is not rotation, this is not translation, but this is refraction. So this point is refracting to this point. This point is refracting to this point. This point is refracting to this point. So this is a refraction in the Miller line x-axis, which is y is equal to 0. So the transformation that maps trapezium S onto trapezium T, it is a refraction. It is a refraction under the Miller line y is equal to 0. Matrix A is 2, negative 1, 3. Find A to the power T. So what is this? This is what we call transpose. This is what we call a transpose. So what does it mean when we say transpose of a matrix? So the transpose of a matrix, it simply means to change a row, you change it to a column, or a column, you change it to a row. So here, this is a row. So this row will change it to a column. That's a transpose. So matrix A is given to be 2, negative 1. So A transpose. So this row, it will change to a column. So it is 2, negative 1, 3. So that is A transpose. So A transpose is equal to 2, negative 1, 3. Then B, given that matrix A, it is 3, 2, and B is 1, negative 2, find AB. So find AB. So matrix A, it is 3, 2, times matrix B is 1, negative 2. So many people, they can fail to handle this matrix, but this matrix is simple. So remember the order of this matrix, it is a 2 by 1 matrix. This is a 1 by 2 matrix. So this matrix, it is a defined matrix. This is a defined matrix. So this matrix, it can be multiplied. It is a defined matrix. So in this case, I want you to look at this. If you have matrix, this matrix, times this matrix. So let's assume that 3, it is a. So how do you multiply? So in this case, we have a, which is a 3. We don't have a b. So when you are multiplying, you multiply row by column, where you say a times f plus b times g. Then again, a times h plus b times I. So a times f plus b times g, a times h plus b times I. Then c times f plus d times g, c times h plus d times I. So now in this case, you are going to multiply 3 times 1, which is the same as a times f. So 3 times 1, which is 3. Again, a times h, it's the same as 3 times -2, which is -6. 2 times 1, which is c times f. So 2 times 1, which is 2. Again, c times h, which is 2 times -2, it is -4. So this is matrix AB. So matrix AB is equal to 3, 2, -6, -4. So remember that this answer, it is a 2 by 2 matrix. So this is a 2 by 2 matrix. So now this party, it will give us the order of the answer. So the order of the answer, it is a 2 by 2 matrix, and this is a 2 by 2 matrix. The diagram below shows positions of towns A, B, and C. So A, B, and C. So town A, B, and C are in the same longitude. They are in the same longitude. So A, what is the time at A if it is 05 hours at B? What is the time at A if it is 05 hours at B? 05 hours at B. If it is 05 hours at B. So you have to understand that A and B are in the same longitude. So time in the same longitude is the same. Time in the same longitude is the same. So if it is 05 at B, then it is 05 at A, because A and B are in the same longitude. So there the answer is 05 hours. So part B, a plane free from town A to town C in 5 hours. What was the speed of the plane in knots? So speed is equal to distance divided by time taken. So speed is equal to time we have, it is 5 hours. It is 5 hours. But distance we don't have. So what is this distance? It is distance from town A to town C. So which is AC. So we are going to find distance AC. We are going to find distance AC in knot miles. So the simplest method that you have to use, it is distance AC is equal to 60 times theta. So 60 times theta, what is theta? Theta, it is a difference in latitude. So difference in latitude. So remember that if we are finding distance along the longitude, theta must be difference in latitude. Town A, it is in latitude D, 60 degrees north. Town C, it is in latitude D, 30 degrees south. So A and C are in opposite sides. So opposite sides, you add. So that simply means that this one it is on the north, this one it is on the south. So you add. So theta is equal to 60 plus 30. So theta is equal to 90 degrees. So that is 90 degrees. So AC 60 times 90 is 5,400 nautical miles. So that is our distance. So our distance is 5,400. So there, 5 into 5 it's 1, 5 into 4 it is 0, 5 into 40 it is 8, 5 into 0 it is 0. So we have 1,080 knots. The diagram shows a sector AOB whose area is 34.65 centimeters squared. So the angle subtended at the center is 81 degrees and the radius is r centimeters. Take pi to be 22/7. So find the radius of the sector. So for us to find the radius of the sector, what have we been given? So in this question, we have been given the area of a sector. So we are going to use the formula for the area of a sector. Area is given. So we are going to use area of a sector. So area of a sector is given by this lovely formula. So 360 times pi r squared. So area is given to be 34.65 is equal to theta. It is the given angle. So the given angle, it is 81. So 81 divided by 360 times 22/7 times r squared. So remember that we are looking for the radius. So in this case, this is paper 1. You do not need to use a calculator. So we are going to find a number that can go into 81, 360 minus leaving a remainder. So there, that is 9. 9 there, it is 9. 9 there, 9 into 36, it is 4. 9 into 0, it is 0. Again, we have a number that can go into 22 and 40 minus leaving a remainder. So that is 2. So 2 there, 11. 2 there, 20. So from there now, we can cross multiply. So this is paper 1. You need to simplify. So you don't need to have a big number whereby you multiply 20 times 7 again times this. No. So just cross multiply just the way it is. So 34.65 times 20 times 7. So it'll be 34.65 times 20 times 7 equals 9 times 11 times r squared. So from there, we are going to divide both sides by 9 times 11. 9 times 11. So this guy goes. So r squared equals. So there, 34.65 times 20. It is 693 times 7/9 times 11. And in this case, 11 can go into 693 minus leaving a remainder. So 11 there, it is 1. So 11 into 69, it is 6. Remainder 3. So 11 into 33, it is 3. Again, 9 can go into 63 without leaving a remainder. So 9 into 9, it's 1. 9 into 63, it is 7. So 7 times 7, it is 49. So for us to find the value of r, we need to get rid of the squared. by introducing the square root. So this is distance. There is no need for you to say positive or negative. So the square root of 49, it is 7. So 7 centimeters. That part B, the ratio of the areas of two similar solids is 9 to 25. If the volume of the bigger solid is 375 centimeters cubed, what is the volume of the smaller solid? So we've been given the ratio. So this ratio, it is the area ratio. Area ratio is 9 to 25. But in this question, the question is demanding for a volume. We are going to convert from area ratio to volume ratio. So how do you convert? So first of all, you have to take away from area by introducing the square root. So the square root of 9 is 3. Square root of 25, it is 5. So now we are going to convert this to volume ratio. So volume ratio, you introduce power 3. So 3 to the power 3, that is 27. 5 to the power 3, that is 125. So now, if the volume of the bigger solid is 375 centimeters cubic, what is the volume of the smaller solid? So here we are looking for the volume of the smaller solid. So the smaller ratio is 27. So I'll put X there. Then the bigger ratio is 125. So the volume of the bigger ratio is 375. So from there, I'll cross multiply. So x times 125, it is 125x. So 27 times 375. Remember that this is paper 1. You don't need to trouble yourself by multiplying this. No. So you just have to take it easy. So there you divide throughout 125, 125. So 125, 125 goes, x is equal to, so 125 can go into 375 without leaving a remainder. So 125 into 125, 1. 125 into 375, that is 3. So 27 times 3, that is 81. So 81 centimeters cubic. Given that y varies directly as x and inversely as the square of z, and that x is equal to 8 when y is equal to 4 and z is equal to 2, find the constant of variation k. So given that y varies directly as, that's a symbol for varies directly as, so varies directly as x and inversely as the square of z. So the inverse of the square of z is 1 over z squared. So from there now you say y, you introduce the equal sign. When you introduce the equal sign, you introduce k, the constant. So k times x times 1, it is kx over z squared. So the first question is find the constant of variation k. So this is the constant. This is the constant. So for us to find the constant, we need to have the value of x, value of z, and the value of y, of which we need to have the value of x, the value of z, and the value of y, of which we've been given x is 8, y is 4, and z is 2. So where there is y, I substitute 4. Where there is x, I substitute 8. Where there is z, I substitute 2. So it will be 2 squared. So 4 equals k times 8, it is 8k, over 2 squared, it is 4. So 4 into 4, it's 1. 4 into 8, it is 2. So there it is 4 equals 2k. So over 2 over 2, 2 goes. So k is equal to 2. So that is the value for k. So part B, find the value of y when x is 18 and z is equal to 3. So we already have the variation equation. So the variation equation, it is y. So the variation equation, it is this one. So it is y equals, the value for k is 2. So it will be 2x over z squared. So this is the variation equation. So for us to find the value of y, we use the variation equation. So y equals 2, x is 18, z is 3, so 3 squared. So y equals 2 times 18, 36. 9 to the power 2, that is 9. 3 to the power 2, that is 9. So y equals 9 into 36, that is 4. So the value for y is 4. Find the values of z when x is 25 and y is 2. So we have the variation equation. So y is 2. So where there is y, so y equals 2x over z squared. That is the variation equation. So y is 2, x is 25 over z squared. So from there you cross multiply. 2 times z squared, it is 2z squared. 2 times 25, it is 50. So over 25 over 25 over 2. So you divide 2 both sides. So 2 and 2 goes, remain with v squared is equal to 2 into 50, it is 25. So there you introduce the square root to get rid of the squared, but this side you introduce positive or negative. You introduce positive or negative. So square root and squared goes. So z is equal to positive or negative. The square root of 25, it is 5. So z is equal to positive 5 or negative 5. In the diagram, P, Q, R, S are points on the circle with center O, and PQR is equal to 68 degrees. TRU is a tangent at R. So part A, find POR. POR. So the property that we are going to use here, it is angle on the center. So angle on the center is twice the angle on the circumference. So that simply means that if this is x, then this is 2x. So for us to find the angle on the center, we just have to multiply by 2. So there we're going to say 2 times the value for x, which is 68. So the answer is 136 degrees. Then find PSR. SR, this angle. So this angle, we're going to use the rule opposite angles of the cyclic quadrilateral are supplementary. Supplementary meaning two angles which adds up to 180 degrees. So therefore, 68 plus this angle, angle AC, is equal to angle AC is equal to 180 degrees. So therefore, angle S is equal to 180 minus 68 is equal to 112 degrees. Then find the PRO. PRO, so this angle. So how do we find this angle? So it is easy. Remember that we have this angle which is 136 degrees, and this triangle, it is an isosceles triangle. So an isosceles triangle, two sides are equal. If the two sides are equal, then the two base angles, this angle and this angle, they are the same. So meaning if this is A, this is A. That's what it means. So therefore, we're going to say A plus 136 is equal to 180 degrees. So A plus A, it is 2A is equal to 180 minus 136. So 2A is equal to 180 minus 136, that is 44. So 44 divided by 2, both sides. So 2 and 2 goes. So A is equal to 2 into 44. It is 22 degrees. So therefore, angle PRO is 22 degrees. So part A. So 2 points A and B have coordinates -5, -3 and -1, A respectively. Given that the gradient of line AB is 2, find the value of A. So how do we find the value of A? What have we been given? We've been given gradient. So we're going to use the formula for gradient to find the value of A. So we have been given coordinate A, it is -5, -3. Coordinate B, it's -1, A. So gradient is equal to y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. So gradient is given to be 2. So this is x, y. Remember that a coordinate is x, y. So this can be x1, y1, x2, y2, or this can be x1, y1, x2, y2. So y1 is -3 minus y2, it is A. x1, -5. x2, that is -1. So 2 equals -3 minus A. Remember that you cannot subtract these two because they are not like terms. So -5, negative, that is positive. So that is +1. So 2 equals -3 minus A over -5 plus 1, that is -4. So over 1, you cross multiply, 2 times -4, that is -8, equals 1 times -3 minus A, it is -3 minus A. So you correct the like terms. This was negative. When it comes here, it will be +3 is equal to -A. So -A equals -8 plus 3, that is -5. So you divide throughout with a negative. negative, negative goes. So A is equal to negative, negative, it is positive 5. Then part B, given that y is equal to 4x to the power 3 minus 2x to the power 2 plus 1, find dy dx. So here we are going to use the general formula. So you have y is equal to ax to the power n. So dy dx, so how do you differentiate? So when you've been asked to differentiate, in this case, you say the change in y, dy dx, the change in x is equal to, so we are differentiating with respect to x. So in this case, it is simple steps. So you multiply everything with a power, so n times a x, then you reduce the power by 1. So that is the formula. And remember that differentiating a constant, it is a what? A 0. So in this case, we'll say dy dx equals 3 times 4, which is 12. Then you reduce the power by 1. So 3 minus 1, it is a 2. You do the same here. We are differentiating with respect to x. So 2 times 2, that is 4. You reduce the power by 1. So in this case, you don't need to write the power 1, because any number or letter to the power 1, it's a number or letter itself. So no need for you to write the power 1. Then differentiating a constant, it is a 0. So that is the answer. The length of a sugarcane is measured as 2.6 meters. If its true length is 2.5 meters, find A, the absolute error. So absolute error is equal to true value minus measured value. So that is the formula that we are going to use. So absolute error is equal to true value is 2.5 meters minus measured value 2.6 meters. So absolute error is equal to 2.6 minus 2.5. Remember that when you are subtracting, you ensure that you put the point in the same column. Then make sure that the bigger number is on top. So it's going to be 2.6 minus 2.5. So 6 minus 5, that is 1. You bring down the point, 2 minus 2, it is a 0. But since it is 2.5 minus 2.6, it is going to be negative 0.1 meters. So now in this case, what does this statement mean? So the error bars of negative 0.1. So this statement means if you have negative k, error bars of negative k. So these, they mean, so you write a quantity without its sign, without a negative sign, without a positive sign. So the error bars of negative k, it is k. So here, absolute error is equal to the error bars of negative 0.1. It is 0.1. That is the answer. So percentage error. So percentage error is equal to absolute error divided by true value times 100%. So absolute error is 0.1 over true value is 2.5 times 100%. So from there, we have to get rid of the decimal point. So the numerator it is to 1 decimal place, so I'll say times 10. Even this one to 1 decimal place times 10. So 0.1 times 10, it is 1. 2.5 times 10, it is 25 times 100%. So 25 into 25, 125 into 100, that is 4. So 1 times 4%, it is 4%. So that is the percentage error. The functions f and g are defined by f of x is equal to 3x minus 4 and g of x is equal to x plus 1 over 3. Find f inverse of x. So we have two functions here, f function and g function. Now find f inverse of x. So we are going to use the f function to find f inverse. So this symbol, it means inverse. It means inverse. So for us to calculate the inverse, we only have 3 steps. So f of x equals 3x minus 4. So step number 1, let f of x be y. Let f of x be y. Let it be y. So f of x, y, equals 3x minus 4. Step number 2, make x the subject of the formula. In other words, solve for x. So when we are solving for x, this guy will come here. It was negative 4. When it comes here, it will be positive 4. So you divide throughout with 3, throughout with 3, 3 goes. So x is equal to y plus 4 over 3. So the next thing now, we are going to substitute. Where there is y, we substitute x. The next thing now, we are going to substitute. Where there is y, you substitute with x. So we are going to say f inverse of x equals, where there is y, you substitute x plus 4 over 3. That is the inverse. Part B, find gf of x. So this is what we call composite functions. So the composite function, it's a combination of 2 or more functions. So in this case, there is a combination of a g function and the f function. So we have g of x equals x plus 1 over 3. F of x, it is 3x minus 4. So what does this mean when we say g f of x? So g f of x, it means that, so this simply means that where there is x, wherever there is x in the g function, we are going to substitute the f function. So this f function, we substitute it in the g function where there is x. So g f of x equals 3x minus 4 plus 1 over 3. So g f of x equals 3x negative 4 plus 1, it is negative 3 over 3. So g f of x equals 3 is a common factor. So 3 into 3x, it is x. 3 into 3, it is 1 over 3. So in this case, 3 and 3 goes. So we say g f of x is x minus 1. But C, find g f of negative 3. G f of negative 3. So we already have g f of x. So we are going to use g f of x to find the g f of negative 3. So g f of x, it is x minus 1. G f of negative 3 is equal to, where there is x, we substitute negative 3. So negative 3 minus 1. So g f of negative 3 equals negative, negative you add. So we are going to have negative 4. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, Mr. Rafa Online Tuitions, and don't forget to click on that notification button so that whenever we upload the video of this kind, you'll be able to watch the video. So 18a, the diagram shows a triangular prism A, B, C, D, E, F, in which AE is equal to AD is equal to DE. As you can see that this is a regular base triangle. So that simply means that this is equal to this is equal to this. So the sides, they are equal. So that is a regular triangular prism. The regular triangular prism, it means that this side is equal to this side is equal to that side. So this prism, it has 4 planes of symmetry. 4 planes of symmetry. In the answer space below is an incomplete program written in pseudocode for calculating the nth term of an arithmetic progression, given that the first term, which is A, the common difference, which is D, and the number of terms, which is N. Complete the program. So for you to complete the program, you need to understand the formula for arithmetic progression. So nth term is equal to a n minus 1 d. So now start when we are writing the pseudocode. So this is the pseudocode. Start, you enter. So you only enter what is in the formula. So the formula is, so this is our formula. So you enter a, n, and d. So we don't enter the constant. So you enter a, n, and d. Then from there now, you introduce the formula. So it is a plus n minus 1 times d.